Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today is day 12. Smriti Swarup, Didi Mohini Pap Saman. Sweet surrender, Lighthouse. My Smriti is sweet surrender, and my Swarup is a lighthouse. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone in a Vyakti Parivar. Such a beautiful, loveful feelings as soon as we look at each other in the family. Right? You all feel happy also, right? I feel very happy. Yesterday, one word was used was alaukik. So there are two words. One is called alaukik, other is alaukik. So when we belong to Baba, we have knowledge that we are souls. So the relationship becomes alaukik. Laukik means belonging to this world. Laukik relationship, say mother, father. And we used to say, my laukik mother. When I came in Gyan, my laukik sister, my laukik, Then other, in soul consciousness, spiritual relationship was alaukik. Alaukik means spiritual, divine, and very, very pure relationships. So when we say that Didi had personality which was alaukik, that means when there is soul consciousness, there is light around us, Even if we are not aware, but actually, if anyone looks at us, will feel that we are different. I remember many new people come. They keep looking at us, and one person said, but you all have different eyes. Because we are in soul consciousness and we are looking at others also as souls. So, of course, there is purity, but even the love is different, right? Because in love for laukiks, there is always slight attachment. Slight attachment. But when it comes to alaukik, it's a love which is very pure, very detached, beyond any attraction of body consciousness. So that aura of purity, aura of spiritual love, aura of that peace spreads all around behind our head, upper part of the body. So it's like the vibrations of that personality is completely different. So when we belong to Baba, we change from laukik to alaukik, laukik to divine. During Brahma Baba's time, when we surrendered, those of us were there. We always used word, my laukik family, and then alaukik family. Alaukik family is godly family. So as we talk about Didi's eyes, drishti, that when we set, like it's like eyes are like ocean. There is love in the eyes. And you feel like as if you are merging in ocean of love. That means it takes you completely beyond the awareness of locking and physical. It just becomes very loveful, very, very spiritual. So feeling of this merging in the ocean, you can completely get lost. And then when you are lost, you forget about your surroundings, physical surroundings, even your own personality, your own sanskars. So there was this attraction, deep attraction through the eyes. So it was never difficult to take drishti from Didi. Like these days, some find it very difficult to take the drishti because they cannot come out of awareness of body. So when they try to take drishti, they feel shy or embarrassed. Or someone said, I feel that through your drishti, you will know me, know everything about me. So I'm very, very scared. I don't want to take drishti. But when we recognize that it's really relationship of soul to soul, so we intentionally take the ishti to know each other more as a soul, not anything about body. Like when today I was thinking about Tattvam also. Is Tattvam with whom? Shiv Baba. Yes, I have to be incorporeal, benevolent, unlimited like Baba. Brahma Baba. Yes, he is my father. I have to follow him, follow his footsteps, surrender like him. And then, of course, the way Brahma Baba had the vision of Vishnu, and he heard the words Tattvam, you are also like me. So same is with all of us. What is our aim now? To become Bap Saman, but also becoming divine and pure like Vishnu. We have four arms, four symbols: purity of mind, purity of words, purity of actions. So there are many, many aspects which we talked yesterday. We can not only reflect on them internally, my sarup or embodiment is what? Always, even as I go 1 second inside, like Bab Dada, like Vishnu, Lakshmi Narayan. So Alaukikta should be surrounded our whole vibrations and personality. And in that, we take others also beyond body consciousness. And that's what called alokik personality. That's called a drishti, where you take others also beyond. So Baba's each child, we all are instruments, and we get lot of opportunities to share drishti, and others can experience uh, through my awareness of Tattvam. It's very easy for them also to believe what I am saying. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will invite our angel, Sister Gayatri. She will be sharing with us more about our Didi, Mohini, and also to remind everyone today is Saturday, so we'll be having chit chat after that with Brother Eric and Didi. So please stay with us. Welcome.
So good evening to everyone, and I hope you enjoyed your Smriti Swarup of today, and you're getting ready for your tonight's reflection on that beautiful experience. In preparation for tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the Smriti Swarup of Sweet Surrender and Lighthouse. So we'll be my Smriti is Sweet Surrender, and my Swarup is a lighthouse. But we're going to be looking at developing this Smriti Swarup or growing this Smriti Swarup by looking at Didi, of course. So to practice this particular Smriti Swarup, the focus that we have chosen is Drishti. Didi's Drishti inspired a sweet surrender in many souls. In the clarity of her vision, she reminded us of who we are. And she took us to a place where trust and belonging were found. Just looking in her eye, we trusted what we felt, and there was a sense of belonging. Her divine gaze gave graciously, without intruding on the unique and authentic specialty of the other. And it's a very beautiful experience. It was as if when she looked at us, what emerged was not what she wanted us to be, but what we truly were. And she didn't intrude. She didn't try to manipulate it at all. It was as though her eyes helped us to bring it out. And it was our specialty. And then she sustained souls on the basis of that specialty. In a personal meeting with Didi Ji, Baba described Drishti in a very beautiful way. Baba said to her, to give Drishti is to be the Swarup of a light and might house, and to donate, to serve, to give, to bestow through your Drishti. This is the stage of taking someone beyond with just a glance. And in Hindi, it's very musical. Nazar se nihal. When receiving Drishti, and I want you to really pay attention to this because it's important what Baba is saying to Didi. When receiving Drishti, always keep Bap Dada in your vision. That's when you're receiving it, when you're taking it. Do not take Drishti just like that. To take Drishti means to merge the Father in your vision. So it becomes like a protective shield. So I'm not being impacted by the other because Baba is between me and the other. The service that Maharatis, that's the great and brave spiritual warriors, do is through their eyes. They enable other souls to attain blessings that they have attained from the Father. So donating would be the blessings Baba gave me, I'm giving through my eyes to another. They reveal the Father through their drishti. While seeing you, others would be reminded of the Father, and the sound would emerge from everyone's heart. It is a wonder of the one who has made you like this. Isn't that beautiful what Baba said to Didi in relation to the service that she was doing through her drishti? We double foreigners were drawn to Didi Ji's drishti. Didi Ji's eyes held a strong truth that framed a divine destiny for us as we looked into her eyes. Her concentrated gaze was like a lighthouse that broke through into our inner sanctuary, where only love was present. And that love inspired a sweet surrender to the truth. Not to Didi, but to the truth. This is what sweet surrender felt like. Daddy Janki captured this in her sharing about Didi. And Daddy said, when Baba became Avyak, Didi began to give drishti. It wasn't that she wasn't giving all the time, but she began to do that the way Baba did it. He used to give such drishti, like exclamation mark. Didi gives such drishti. I once asked Didi, Daddy Janki said, when you give drishti, what do you feel? Didi Ji replied, experience for yourself and let me know. So you saw the friendship between them. Double foreigners felt Baba through Didi Ji's drishti. They would stand in a line to take drishti from Didi Ji. Didi's yoga was accurate. She would be in the office, but when it was time for yoga, she was punctual. When she's coming for yoga, it's like she's bringing Baba with her. Didi was an accurate and easy yogi. Her drishti put a full stop to the past and took away tiredness and worry. So that was the way Daddy Janki described Didi. So now let us play the video and let's listen to Didi Ji's sweet voice as she shares words of wisdom.
जितना ही अपने भूलों का रहता है अटेंशन भूल नहीं होवे, इतना एक बात जरूर धारण होनी चाहिए। कभी भी किसी भूल नहीं देखो, कभी भी भूल देख करके अंदर जमा करके औरों को न सुनाओ।
And so there has to be the attention also to not make mistakes. But together with that, let there be this awareness that I mustn't see anybody's mistakes. If I see anything, let me not note it inside of me.
लेकिन क्या करो इस जगह पर हर एक आत्मा की जो हम सब बाबा के बच्चे हैं और उनकी विशेषता जितनी जितनी हम विशेषता देखते हैं इतनी ऑटोमेटिकली विशेष और श्रेष्ठ खुद बनते जाते हैं।
Instead, let me see the speciality of every single child of Baba. What will happen then is that I myself will be able to imbibe specialities and virtues.
और करके देखो, जरा मेहनत जरूर है, परंतु कष्ट नहीं है, इनके लिए मुश्किल नहीं समझेंगे।
Try this and see. It's not difficult. It takes a little bit of effort, but it's not difficult.
भल प्रवृत्ति में रह रही है, कभी प्रवृत्ति से भी नफरत नहीं। भल कितने भी लोग आए और कितने भी समस्या आए, लेकिन ये धारणा रहेंगी सबका गुण उठाना।
Even if you live in the household, don't have dislike for the household. If anyone comes to you, if you have to look after anything, let there be just the feeling of bringing benefit.
और सबका गुण उठाकर की विशेषता देखना, तो अपनी कमियां ऑटोमेटिकली निकलती जाएंगी और संस्कार जो है वो परिवर्तन होते जाएंगे.
See the speciality of others, see their virtues, and what will happen as a result of that is that you yourself will be able to remove your weaknesses and imbibe specialities.
सुना मीठी मीठी कुमारियां, अब क्या सोचा है, अब क्या करेंगी?
So, sweet Kumaris, did you hear? What have you thought now? What are you going to do?
भल पढ़ो, कोई मना नहीं है. जो समझे जरूरत है भले नौकरी करो, लेकिन हूँ तो बाबा की. इसमें तेरे को ये जरूर करना है, अमृत वेले उठ करके और पढ़ाई पढ़नी है. देखो राज विद्या पढ़ने लिए भी वो बाबा के लाडले नूरे रतन सवेरे उठने की कोशिश करके और पढ़ते हो ना.
By all means, study. There's no objections to that. But you belong to Baba, do you not? Early in the morning, let there be the study. If somebody is studying to become a ruler, at that time also, they pay attention to the study. So, beloved Baba's children, this is what you have to do.
So with Didi Ji's beautiful words, let us look at our homework. And so the slide for Amrit Vela. We're going to be looking at this concept of Nazar se Nihal. And it's a very beautiful meaning to it. When I found out the depth of the meaning, it means that in just one glance, I go beyond. Lost in your love, I am fulfilled. That in itself is a sweet surrender. My Smriti is sweet surrender, and my Swarup is Lighthouse. That will be what we'll hold for Amrit Vela. Then during the day, we will go with what Didi was saying in her sweet words. Today, that is tomorrow, I reveal the light of Baba's virtues through my drishti. In so doing, I'm able to surrender weaknesses and illuminate specialties. So that's the thought I will hold tomorrow as a practice. I will practice it. And then at night, for our reflection, I will reflect on the Swarup of a lighthouse. So as a lighthouse, during the day, I illuminated specialties. And then I will reflect on, I will note the impact that act of illuminating specialties in others, what was the impact that it left inside of me? So that's the 3 areas of our homework tomorrow. But let's just revisit tonight's reflection. Let's not forget we have to do our reflection tonight based on today's Smriti Swarup. So Maryada Purushottam and Alokikta. So in observing the Maryada of only seeing virtues, I felt like I was absorbed in the alokik beauty of Baba's living flower garden. So we will be reflecting on that tonight before we go to sleep. And now, let us all go into our collective yoga. And I would really appeal to us all to come together for 5 minutes and to hold the silence and to be together with Baba. And this collective power of 5 minutes Let us be in the Smriti Swarup, today's Smriti Swarup, and let us radiate to the world. Now, tomorrow is Sweet Surrender and Lighthouse. But along with that, let us integrate today's Smriti Swarup as well. And let us treat it seriously as we go into the silence and be together with Baba, with the ancestor souls, and with Didi Ji.
बाबा तेरा बनने में सुख मिलता इलाही है, सुख मिलता इलाही है। बाबा तेरा बनने में सुख मिलता इलाही है, सुख मिलता इलाही है।
हर एक आत्मा की जो हम सब बाबा के बच्चे हैं और उन्होंने विशेषता देखो। जितनी जितनी हम विशेषता देखते हैं उतनी ऑटोमेटिकली विशेष और श्रेष्ठ खुद बनते जाते हैं।
Instead, let me see the speciality of every single child of Baba. What will happen then is that I myself will be able to imbibe specialities and virtues.
और करके देखो, जरा मेहनत जरूर है परंतु कष्ट नहीं है, इनके लिए मुश्किल नहीं समझेंगे।
Try this and see. It's not difficult. It takes a little bit of effort, but it's not difficult.
Om Shanti. Thank you. It was beautiful. So now we'll start our Vyakti journey. Welcome to a Vyakti journey. Today's a Vyakti Parivar Chit, sharing from the heart that touches the heart. So I'd like to invite our dear brother Eric. Welcome.
Thank you, Mumiji. Om Shanti dear, Mohini Didi, and loving greetings, everyone. Nice to be with you all. Good to join you all. Will it be sharing from the heart or will it be sharing from the eyes tonight? I was thinking that this topic of drishti is a beautiful one. And I had in mind for the chit-chat, drishti, maybe lakik, and maybe the inheritance. Let's see how much we can accomplish. And for the drishti, Mohini Didi, I was wondering if we can help those who are trying very hard to have powerful drishti like the daddies. Because I know sometimes when people give drishti, they're very, intense in trying to give a powerful drishti. And sometimes it's quite entertaining. You have the extra love drishti. You have the very serious drishti when you don't see the eyes anymore. You have the detached drishti. Do you have any recommendations for a standard drishti that would be very nice and proper? How do we give?
Drishti is more like sharing through the eyes, and whatever is my stage, my feelings and vibrations, and so I look at the center of forehead and naturally others will experience that. So really there is nothing to make like hard efforts or anything like giving drishti, right? We share drishti, and whatever is my drishti comes from my attitude, my feelings of heart, whatever is internally I have. I think then automatically that sharing will happen, right? But we use the word giving drishti, taking drishti, and then sometimes, others are scared. Maybe I will know everything what you have in your mind through drishti. So, different understanding. But for me, drishti is very natural. It's just seeing at other soul with my pure feelings, my loveful feelings, love for Baba, or even a Vyakti stage, different, whatever is inside, that's what I share. It is simple.
It is simple, but when we ask brothers and sisters to be on stage and we ask them, can you conduct meditation for 45 minutes or half an hour? And I know the expression, you prefer sharing drishti, but we sometimes tell them, can you give drishti, during the meditation? And for our physical eyes, even now with the science, they can fix them. They can do surgery. I don't know about aesthetic, if they can make them more beautiful, but at least they can correct the eyesight. But for the drishti, do you think that we can work on it so that we have more accurate drishti, beautiful drishti, giving experience? Because sometimes in the Murli, Baba says, you have to give the experience through your eyes, through your smile. And so can we improve the eye work?
I think actually ignite the flame that is soul consciousness. So when you ignite it, one time someone was asking Nirmal Shanta Dadi, she came to New York, that when I sit on Gandhi, nobody takes drishti. She said, you are looking at that or you are meditating? Are you looking at who is taking drishti, who is not taking? So she said, you are a lamp, you just ignite lamp. Let whosoever wants will ignite from your lamp. So I have to be very natural. It's not when I sit on Gandhi to conduct meditation and give drishti. I don't have to, what I'm saying, even not looking in the eyes, just be what I am, right? And naturally my eyes turn, look at the forehead, look at that one as a soul. And it's something should be very, very natural. You don't need to force yourself. And whatever vibrations are there, of course, one is I give experience. But if I'm connected with Baba, you get connected with Baba, you will get a lot of experiences from Baba. So even this thought to have, that people should have experience when I'm sitting on Gadi. I have to be in remembrance of Baba and connect those souls with Baba. They will have beautiful experiences. So sometimes the way it is said, it becomes very gross. But actually it is something very, very pure, very subtle, very natural, right? And when it's natural, everyone is pulled to share drishti. But if you are looking as if you are really kind of looking, then other person gets little bit embarrassed, So let's be natural, lit like a candlelight or flame, be loveful, be peaceful. Yes, others will have experience, definitely. Not only up to you, but it spreads all over, right?
But do you think something goes through the eyes physically? Like, is there? Because I know when we look at the daddies, for example, I remember for me, I was not just looking at the forehead. I was also pulled to look into their eyes. The three eyes are there, but we were pulled to look into their eyes. And so do you think physically something happens through the eyes, or is it just a state of awareness?
It's state of awareness, but then because you feel through the eyes, in the sense of eyes are moist and very loveful, so you are pulled to look into the eyes. But nothing physical happens, no.
How was Brahma Baba when he was giving drishti? Was he half closing the eyes and how was he giving drishti? We only have pictures. We don't know how he was in the video.
So interesting that Baba never looked, like you feel as someone sitting inside, behind and just looking at you. But Baba will keep moving drishti from one soul to other soul. And when there was attraction, like if soul is very pure, special, his drishti will come back, So it used to be traveling and then stops on you. Then you really you feel something, drishti will come back. It was not like staring, like these days our drishti is more staring. But Baba's drishti used to travel from soul to soul in a very natural way. And you could feel now it has come back to you. So you take drishti. It was a little bit different than drishti we all have experienced through the souls.
Because we have that experience. I don't know if it's fantasy or something, but in Madhuban, when we were in front of Avyakt Bapdada, it feels, when he looks in our direction, that there's an increase of energy. So can we reproduce that ourselves also, so we can scan and then create that energy, or how does it work?
Yeah, it could be silence. It could be presence of Baba. I think, yes, we can. Why not? No, on the stage, because we don't try, right? But after lecture for 10 minutes, if you go in silence and you see, whole audience will experience that. And they would want to stay on. That means they are experiencing something very, very deep. No? You must have done. No, you never tried on stage.
Yeah, we do. Is there any experiences you can recollect yourself from specific moments in your life, in your Brahmin life, where you remember that really there was an experience with drishti that really had a big impact on you?
Yeah, Dadi Janki, of course with everyone, but latest one for Dadi Janki. And even when I met her last time, it's like her eyes were full of love. And I don't know, I really felt as if she is giving me something. She wants to say something. And so, like, I'm just saying, okay, whatever you're saying, I will do it. Whatever you want me to be, I will become. Like, I just keep saying, it's okay, take it like I'm just kind of internally promising to Dadi Janki. And now when I heard that I had been given this responsibility, I just said, well, that's what maybe she was saying. And, but definitely you feel some kind of message also is coming through the eyes.
Last question on drishti. Sometimes we wish we could give others I don't know, maybe it's the wrong language again, but we want to give others an experience of Baba. And that when they are in front of us, they're not attracted to us, but they're feeling Baba's presence. Do you think Baba can intervene in drishti, or can we invite him to, can we tell him, Baba, can you do the drishti for me, or take care of that part?
No, make him companion, no? Sit with him. Right. Let him sit together with you. So when you're really lovingly inviting him, Baba, I want you to be with me, others will feel it, no? And it can happen, definitely can happen.
Is that your experience sometimes, that you sit and you really feel almost as if Baba is,
Many times. Because, I can give limited, Baba can give unlimited. Plus, I want souls to be connected with Baba. Because they don't need to connect with me, they have to connect with Baba. But if I am connected, they will feel connected too. I remember that once I was in Queens sitting in Baba's room, and I was sitting in front, and one brother came from some other country, and he came and sat at the back, but I was not aware he's there. So when I got up, he was sitting there, and he said, I never had experienced Baba as father, because he had a lot of resistance to that relationship of Lokik father and relationship of him and father. So he said, but I had such wonderful feeling of Baba as father. I said, because this Baba's translate is not a translate. He's father for us. We keep him nice. We offer bhog to him. Like as a father, he is there. So because of that, when you come in the room, you will have feeling of relationship of father. So I think whatever is real, whatever is there, definitely gives experience. And after that, I realized that how important it is that whatever relationship, the way I have with Baba, others will be able to experience very quickly. So everything has to be natural, to be real, and whatever it is, that means others will experience that.
Okay, one last one again about drishti. I'm hearing maybe others thinking, but what if for the one who is on the other side, let's say some sister is giving toli after class or something, and then you have to put your hand and you have to share drishti, but you're looking at the sister, she's giving you toli, and let's say you don't have such a very good relationship with that sister, and you having thoughts, okay, I have to take drishti now. And that sister is insisting, is giving long drishti while it's giving toli. What is your advice to the other party? What should we be keeping in mind when drishti comes, and how to make sure we also not taking, but how we're experiencing drishti properly on the other side? Even if I'm in front of you and you're offering both sometimes, it's powerful, it's beautiful. what should be our state of consciousness when we're receiving drishti like this?
I think that one who is receiving, let's say if someone has something and we know that, so have just soul consciousness, good wishes for that. And if not necessarily directly look at that soul, you just stay in remembrance and see how much that soul is taking. Not try to give, just be loving, be in good wishes, and maybe that soul will take a minute, not longer, but doesn't matter. But somewhere something get resolved because of our good wishes for that soul and love. And so there are some, maybe because of something, they are holding something in the mind, so they don't want to, but it's okay. I don't have to kind of keep looking at that soul. I just look at forehead and through vibrations, lots of love and kind of clearing that distance which had been creating, maybe because of any misunderstanding or something. Yeah.
So you don't start staring at the toli, right? We don't start staring at the toli instead.
No. I mean,
all right, there was a few. I read
very short,
Right. I read a few questions that were sent, and there's quite a few actually on exactly what you were sharing earlier about lokik, alokik, and I think some share that they understand that the relationship with the lokik should change, but they say I'm still very attached to my lokiks, and I think quite a few Brahmins, still feel that if we were to lose our physical parents or brother and sisters, there will be some very special feelings at that point. So I know it's a very general question, but to really break the attachment to lokiks without breaking their heart, how do we do that?
You don't have to break relationship, but internally soul conscious relationships can be created. That means I know that for me, I really kind of, in a real way, start looking at my mother as a soul. And that, yes, that's her part. See, to have loveful relationship, how can it not be? What I'm saying that there was a lot of love from her side, my side. Maybe my attachment was reducing, but she had a lot of attachment. But gradually what happens somewhere, that love emerges, There is more and more feelings of love, belonging, and the body conscious lokic attachment start reducing, like for me to be away from her. But then it start becoming very natural for her also, seeing my life is for service, so not hold to me for anything. And so I think that transformation, my transformation towards there, that means they are the souls, that soul consciousness definitely changes, and finally they become our friends in the sense of cooperative. They also want to join us, and so experiment with that properly. I'm sure that love will exist, and it should. Why not? But there won't be that physical attachment.
But do you feel that sometimes we need to think in a certain way so we don't either encourage or experience their attachment for us? Because sometimes it's more, I feel sometimes like we have less attachment and we're becoming more spiritual, but their attachment for us can also pull the soul down. So what do you suggest for, giving them a chance not to experience attachment for us?
I think that, my experience with Lokik says that if you really be what you are with them, in the sense of, loving, you eat with them, you sit with them, just normal relationship should be maintained. They don't feel that you are leaving them, it's just like they feel that, it's just some changes are happening. But I feel that, I don't know, attachment definitely reduces, on their side, and the love increases. See, love will continue. Love doesn't go, but it's only that attachment part of physical relationship.
Mm.
I know that, I have two older sisters, and they were kind of very much, they used to love me and care for me, and I could say there was a lot of love, but I don't know. I don't still call it attachment because it's different now than before. That's what I would say. So maybe you all should, those who feel they have attachment should kind of feel love more, give love more, be very loving. And when you are very loving, attachment will reduce. It's the fear also of losing someone that we get very attached. But we know we will be together, we will share life, and we can help each other. And so all that is there, then intellect is not pulled. That's what my experience had been, the lockic or friendship, whatever it is.
So there's no such thing as a pure attachment.
Pure love, you can call it pure attachment, but it's really, like I find with dadis and myself, there was so much love. You will be surprised that he doesn't hear from me 2 days. What happened to her? Why she hasn't called? So whether you call it attachment or it's a kind of very well linked, very connected love, that you immediately feel, oh, I need to call, I need to talk. I hope she is okay. So some people will say, like I know one couple came and said, you were with Dadi 20 minutes. At least she remembered you 20 times. So whether you call it attachment or, I don't know, maybe the soul's need. We all need all that kind of feeling, assurance, belonging, which is not attachment. Maybe it's just important for the soul to have that kind of feelings.
So someone who would say that they still have a lot of attachment for their lockics, is it a lack of practice or a lack of awareness? And
I think
their fortune?
soul consciousness is important, really. Look at them as souls and love them from heart. I am really, I never got disconnected with anyone. I stay very connected, very loving. But I did see Brahmins also sometimes don't understand. No, they have a lot of whole fear of attachment. So either they say we are very attached, or they just distance themselves. But be loving, be soul conscious, share your feelings, be natural. I think then there won't be attachment, but there will be spiritual love. Try.
Thank you. It's good. No, I was. I know they're a little bit general questions sometimes, but I wanted to honor also those who've been sending questions, and I know there were a few on this lakik, and also about drishti. I think some are getting drishti sometimes, and they find it's very long when waiting for the toli, so they need to know what to do. Maybe they should just take the toli, eat it, and keep looking.
No, I think that we don't need to give long drishti while toli. You have enough time in meditation to give drishti, right?
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Mohini Didi, and appreciate, and I'm sure many will feel that their questions have been answered. So that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. That was wonderful sharing. And we come to know more and more about Drishti. Thank you.
and good night. And yes, Mera Baba, we stay with that thought. And nice homework for tonight and tomorrow. Om Shanti. Good night, everyone.